How often should couples have sex?
Oh my. No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
So I asked Nicole before we recorded because I told her we are going to answer this question today, and she's like, every day. And then I'm like, every day? That's what I can say on the podcast? She goes, well, I didn't know it was going to be the podcast. I'm like, well, what can I say? And she's like, well, frequently. And I think that's a good answer. But I think
just like you tithe, just like your generosity.
Yeah, but I think it's something that is easy, especially when you have kids and you get older. Whatever, it's easy to neglect, and I think it is just really healthy for a good marriage. And if you're not having it a lot, it puts you into temptation as well. And so I got one verse for that: 1 Corinthians 7:5. Do not deprive each other of sexual relations unless you both agree to refrain from sexual intimacy for a limited time, so you can give yourselves more completely to prayer. Which is that in itself is wild. This is like, hey, let's not do it for a while so we can pray more. Like, when's the last time someone had a conversation like that? Then it says, afterwards, you should come together again so that Satan won't be able to tempt you because of your lack of self-control.
I mean, when you read that, my thought is that most couples should probably pray to be way more concerned about how much they pray together rather than how much they have sex. So,
you and Marie pray together a lot?
Not enough. That's what made me think of it.
Okay. How often?
It really comes and goes. The more we're struggling, the more we pray. It's really bad.
And the more you struggle, the more you pray, the less you pray. No,
the more we pray. When we're in rough shape, we'll pray together for sure.
Yeah, we do it before we go to bed every night.
Yeah, that's a great habit.
Usually in bed. Okay. I'm just like more and more. I feel scared if I don't.
Good for you. Do you guys have your phones in your bedroom or not?
No
phones in the bedroom. Okay, you got a lot of good habits.
And I still got a lot of problems.
Yeah, same here.
Okay, that's all I had.
I did not answer the question. I could go on a monologue about it, right?
Well, go on a monologue, man. Why not?
No.
Why not? Okay, can you explain why you don't want to go on the monologue?
Yeah, I can do that. Because I think everybody's in such a different spot. It's very similar to the, if you start giving a sermon about something like that, you better be very prepared and you better cover all the angles. And
They gave Dave Curry on. And
somebody really wise that's dealing with this stuff all the time. But first of all, even the verse you read is completely manipulated by, for sure, Christian men, maybe Christian women too, but for sure Christian men.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So be scared to read.
Forcing.
Yeah, it's just and the thing is, I've been convicted of this because I've often, never given my wife the attention she deserves or pour into her emotionally, and then have some type of expectations in other ways, and it's total BS. And I would say that a lot of men fall. I'm probably not the only guy that falls in that camp, right? And so I think that. I want to be a good husband, and I should be way more concerned about meeting all my wife's needs before mine are met, because that would be being Christ-like. And literally, this is the verse I say to guys when they're ranting at me about stuff like this. I would say, there's a command for you, and it's to be like Christ. And he literally, as a perfect man, got on the cross and died. So have you done that, right?
Yeah.
Have you done that? Yeah. And it's most men haven't. Most men are just, and whatever, it's human nature. I get it. We're all in the human being tour, right? Yeah. So, and there again, it's not even, I don't even like saying that, because sometimes it's the guy that doesn't want to have any sex and the woman does. So those are, like I say, you can quickly just paint yourself into a corner of, hey, you're there's people that are literally being abused in their marriage. There's other people that are just not meeting their spouse's needs and should be, and they need to be convicted. So it's all the camps.
It's all over the place.
And I just feel you get into these, I think it's a situation where if somebody is really feeling like their needs aren't met, they should be insisting that they go to marriage counseling and get help, right? Or meeting with their pastor, or meeting with whoever, or another couple. Everybody struggles in some way. Marie's really good at acknowledging that too in our life, where it's we're not the only ones that have issues.
I think for me, the wounds of my past growing up and just not being able to connect, being desperate fear of connection, and for Nicole had her own stuff as well. It was something that I think we were just also taught really badly about. Sex in general. It was just
little communication. Yeah. Little.
Matt,
it was just from the era we're in, right? From the generation we're in.
That too. Yeah. And it's not just reform circles. It's even evangelical circles. And there's a book that me and Nicole are reading together. So we read one chapter or a couple pages a day. Haven't done a lot of it lately, but called The Great Sex Rescue by Sheila Ray Georgie.
Yeah.
But the lies you've been taught and how to recover from what God intended. And so if you're interested in learning about that, it's a really, really good book. And they've actually done a whole bunch of research on all the other books the previous 20 years that evangelicals have put out on sex, and how a lot of things have been taught wrong, and their reasons for it, and they had did huge polls on the reasons why people weren't, and so it's a really good book. Dave Curry recommended it to me, and
I mean, one of the other things I would say, the reasons it is important to talk about it is because that our culture is just completely filled with it, and people secretly are obsessed with it. So it's like, well, you have this whole
that is weird. You're right.
It's bizarre, right? Like people,
we don't talk about it, but it's
everywhere, right? And it's like, no, it's this whole hidden thing where people live in secret, and like I've experienced it now for personally myself struggling, and then watching other people, and it's like, but it's like so awkward to talk. It's like, no, like you have all these weird things going on in your own private life. It's like, why would we not be talking?
We're all seeking money, sex, and power, and no one wants to talk about money, sex, and power.
For sure, not sex. The power and money, maybe. But yeah. I mean, the other thing I always think of too, because it's like everybody's in a different season of life, right? But it needs to be talked about as a couple in a healthy way. And there again, it's back to my old plugging the marriage meeting. But like that's where if we have conversations about it, it happens in a healthy way where it's like not at the worst possible moment, which is typically what happens in a marriage often if you don't have structured times to talk about things.
When me and Nicole were really going through the ringer, Dave Curry gave us a little sheet that we had to answer every day. It was like 5 questions we both had to answer every single day, and it was really pushing not sex necessarily, but emotional connection, because of how important that is for healthy sex, and that it's not just just an act, physical act, but it's much more than that.
I feel like we need to stop now.
I'll have Curry on.
Yeah.
Anyways,
we're going to end on that note.
Okay, that's where we're going to end.
End on a high note.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks for listening, guys. I appreciate it. If you have any comments about today's episode or anything else, feel free to comment those down below. Love the feedback, or send them in at furiouslycurious.co. That's my coaching website, but I have a little on my feedback form there. You can send things in anonymously as well.
Is it actually anonymous?
Yes. I do not see it.
Do we have people send stuff in on there?
I haven't.
Does it say right in there, this is an anonymous?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Give them the option.
You have to really trust you.
Yeah. I mean,
that's all you can do. People don't, right? People don't trust
whatever. Just wanted to give the option.
I don't trust anybody. Paranoid.
Anyway, so yeah, if you have feedback, send that in. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Appreciate it. Till next time. Hey guys, if you enjoyed that episode and were blessed by it, would you be willing to support the show? That would help a lot in creating more content, improving the quality of the content, putting the production value, getting more guests on, and me being able to spend more time and energy towards it. So if you're interested in doing that, you can click up here and it'll take you to a support page. But you can also subscribe to the podcast by clicking over here and doing that. Thanks again for listening, and I'll catch you on the next one.